Right, so, sorry, bit of a funny angle. Right, I just decided to, that was the one for the day before. I've just decided to, well, it's all, you know, it's timeless, whatever. I'm just making sure there's stuff for each of the days. God, this, I've still got that thing in my head and it's like pulling my hair out anyway. So it's like, you know, it's like weighing down because the clips slip. Right, so something might be really weighing you down because that's the funny way they can tell me messages, but something might be really irritating you because that's annoying me. I'm just taking it out now. Fuck it. It's fucking annoying. Oh no, yeah, I'm going to have to put it in again anyway. Oh, whatever. Right, so this is, focus Claire, this is, welcome if you're new. If you're new, welcome. And if you're here all the time, welcome. Everything I do is channeling, clearing, healing energy. Let's just burn a bit of sage because I filmed 2 in a row, so let's just clear the energy a bit. I always do more stuff before I come on anyway, but just because there's been a bit of heavy energy, I just tapped into some siren energy. God, I don't know what it is about this week. Mercury retrograde and Scorpio and, you know, and then Sag, but it's like there's a lot of toxic female energy coming through here. The one I picked up on last night was like beyond disturbing. So praying for anyone that was resonating with last night's. Right. The throat chakra just went funny there too. Right, so in the subconscious, we're just going to dive right into this. This is for Divine Feminine. This is the Divine Feminine Venus in Scorpio energy. So, what have we got here? Yeah, Venus will be moving soon, actually. I need to check. So, what have we got for the Divine Feminine, male or female, subconscious energy? It's not yours every day. Keep that in mind. I just want you to be happy, even if it's not with me. Yeah, that is a true Divine Feminine energy. I have always said that. That is exactly what I've always said about mine. I just want to be happy, even if it's not with me. I don't like it if he's, you know, if that's the case. But I mean, I'm used to it because that's the way it's been for a long time. But that is true love. And it always reminds me of The Vow. The Vow is one of my favourite films. And, but the bit, you know, because I could talk about it for hours, but the bit that's springing to mind is because, spoiler alert, click off if you've not seen it because it's a good film. He basically, it's based on a true story and she loses her memory in a car crash. She can't remember she's married to him. The joke is always, if you couldn't remember you were married to Channing Tatum, I think you'd just fucking kid on that you could remember. Like, oh yeah, you're my husband. Yeah, totally going along with. And you're like, who the fuck are you? But yeah, she wakes up and she thinks he's the doctor. So it's, you know, it's heartbreaking. And then anyway, you know, they try to make it work, but it just doesn't work because her memories went back to the past and she's thinking about Jeremy, the ex-boyfriend. So this is a very clever way of them saying to me, this masculine could have went to sleep a bit and went back to someone from the past that is toxic, because in The Vow, Jeremy is toxic. He's also minging, but each to their own. But like, yeah, but the point of this coming, I mean, this will have a, I think it is that someone's went back to a toxic ex, because that's what she does for like 2 seconds in that film. But she realizes, wait a minute, you're toxic and I dumped you for a reason. So maybe this is, oh my God, sorry, this is funny because this is the day Mercury goes to, this is the day Mercury starts to go direct, you know, like pretty much. I think it's not until the next day, but that's, somebody could literally be having a Mercury retrograde revelation that, oh my God, what have I done? Because that's what Mercury retrograde's about. You make decisions in it, and then when you come out of it, you're like, what the fuck have I done? And that's, yeah. But anyway, the Channing Tatum character, Leo, in that is, some might be a Leo, but that's his name. He's like, you know, well, he just lets her go and he doesn't want it because he's madly in love with her, but he can see that she doesn't feel the same because she can't remember. So it's like when someone's went to sleep, it's like awakening. Which I always find fascinating that I love that film. Oh God, there's just so many things to do it, because I've said this before, but like, no, I can't even bother going into that story actually. But like, yeah, I think it's actually more to do with the end of the film. When they end up, you know, coming back to each other, she's like, you know, thank you. And he's like, I didn't do anything. And she's like, you did everything. You accepted me for who I am and not who you wanted me to be. And that's what I'm getting at. That's true love. And that's how you know when someone's karmic, because the karmic energies will cling on to people for dear life. They'll do dirty tactics. They'll, like, money wise, but otherwise, but you know what I mean? Like, use like spell work and sex and whatever else. Whereas the divine feminine just walks away. Like, if that's what you want to choose, bash on, you know. But it doesn't change your feelings. But it's like true divine feminines that have done the healing have self-respect, and they don't hang around chasing somebody that's choosing somebody else. But I must stress it, you know, you can't change your feelings, but you can still have boundaries. And that's where it's like, also don't shame yourself if you have allowed somebody to treat you bad, because I know lots of people do that. You keep going back to the person even though they're not treating you right. Don't shame yourself. You've learned that bad habit and treating yourself like crap from someone else. So just get therapy, basically. And I know then people could say, oh, I haven't got the money for therapy. Well, at least get healing. And you know, really, you know, I know there's some circumstances where that is true and people can't afford it, but you could cut back on something to get the help that you need. I just think people don't prioritize stuff like that enough. Most people have not been conditioned to, and that's why it's like, you know, I have to have good boundaries when people, you know, I've had it the whole time I've done this, and I've been doing this for 10 years. It's kind of like, you know, I've got, you know, I can arrange payment plans with people that I know well if you genuinely need to pay things up. But at the end of the day, we all need to pay bills, and it can be tough times for everyone. Not everyone is struggling, but the point is, if you can't expect somebody else to suffer just because, you know what I mean? It's kind of like, it's, you know, when it comes, basically it's very business, but it's business, you know, and it's like people should respect. So I'm speaking for that. I'm speaking for other people that do similar to me. Anything that's in the healing realm, I don't know why it gets that kind of stigma of, like, it's like, you know, oh God, I can't bore again in one of these rants, but it's true. It's like, you know, why is it that people think it's, you know, some people expect healers and stuff to do it for completely free. Why? How the fuck are, like for instance, if I was to, like, how am I meant to pay the bills then? You know what I mean? Like, it's like people that do healing work and counselling and hypnotherapy, that, like, everybody deserves to make a living, and nobody should be. This is a better example. Would you go into the shop, take the loaf of bread off, and just walk out? Thanks, cheers, see you later. No, you wouldn't. You'd pay them for it. It shouldn't be any different for people that do healing work, or read cards, or whatever it is you do. So either you're the person that needs to value yourself and set boundaries with others, or this is just something that people need to hear about. Like, you need to approach people that do healing work, myself or anyone else, with the exact same approach you'd have with other people. If you wouldn't ask unreasonable things from, like, you know, something else that you need to purchase something from, then you shouldn't do that with the healers as well, because it's, you know, it's taking advantage of people's nice nature. It's different if people do have those things on offer, like sliding scale or payment plans, but if it's people taking the piss and all of that, which, like I said, I don't get that. It's happened more in the past, but I don't get that now, because I would just tune somebody in, like, I'm obviously not for you, like, you know, basically. But I'm saying it for other people that I don't know why it's coming out, but it's coming out probably because it's Mercury retrograde stuff, you know. Right, the masculine. There are things I never got the chance to tell you. This person's really suppressed their emotions because it's in reverse too. I think this person has carried a lot of love for you, because this card reminds, I mentioned it in the video before it came out there, reminds me of the notebook with all the letters. So this could be a thing where it's like Noah, literally like Noah out the notebook. You will always be the ally to this person's Noah, the one that got away. Nobody could ever compare to you, but they've never told you. But losing you taught me love isn't about possession. I think it's a case of, like, I feel the feminine's like, let this person free. If they come back, it's meant to be. If not, I hope they're happy. You gave me the sweetest dream and the hardest reality. It's been a lot of pain mirrored back. That's what happens with twin flames. If I cherished you more, would we have made it? You've moved on, haven't you? I think I'm going to use that for the thumbnail because that's the vibe I've been picking up on a lot this week. Like, the masculine feels the detachment. Right, okay, so I'll keep that out for the thumbnail. Right, okay, what have we got for the feminine and the masculine feminine? Oh, it leapt out. Ooh, power. Yeah, you've stepped into your power and let this go. And spent a lot of time healing yourself. The full moon in Gemini on the 4th is going to be really significant. Full moon in Gemini is the twins as well, so masculine, stillness. Oh, wow, mirroring each other. I'm sure I'm going to get... That's quite intense. I'm sure you're going to get a better thumbnail, but I'll take one just in case. In fact, I want a word card right now. So, feminine and stillness, masculine... No, feminine, solitude, masculine and stillness. You're both in stillness. Swans to me mean true love. They genuinely mean true love anyway. But one swan on its own always feels quite sad. This is a sad, lonely swan in solitude and stillness, missing their swan. They need to come together and make a heart. Oh, that's quite funny because I've got a nightie with that I haven't worn yet. I might wear that tonight, actually. I want to apologise. I need your forgiveness. That just came out for the day before. Yeah, that's what it is. This person has come to major conclusions in the solitude and the stillness. What else? That I let people manipulate me into ghosting you. And I really do care even though I don't show it. There's not enough room to fit all this in, but that's what it is. Through taking time in hermit mode, dark night of soul, this person's realised they let people manipulate them into treating you like that, and they want your forgiveness. Don't think there's much more to be said about that, and it's a common story. And it's one, you need to forgive yourself if you've done that. It's like I said, there's reasons, who knows, there's different reasons for different people why. It's kind of, a lot of people are like, oh, I don't deserve this person, so I'm just going to fuck it up, you know what I mean? And it's sad, like, that always makes me wonder, like, what type of people have you had around you that people didn't be like, what the fuck are you doing, mate? You know what I mean? Like, whether you're a man or a woman. Going forward, yeah, this person wants to move forward and they want to protect you in this connection. Like a solid oak tree. The oak tree is one of my energies. So that's what I guide people to in my shamanic journeys if you want to watch one of them. Yeah, wow. Going forward, I'm going to be an emperor. If the Empress comes out, that's amazing. I've got the clarity and the truth. I've risen above the drama and I see what's going on here. I see that I was in a Knight of Wands energy, doing what I wanted. Now I want to put the hard work in towards you, my Queen of Wands. So Queen of Wands is a fiery, passionate woman that this person's never got over. You're the Noah to this person's alley that they want a new beginning with. They played games in the past. That's always my card of that because of the chessboard. That came out in the one I just filmed as well. Like a chessboard with a different deck, I might add. This person played games to confuse you. They didn't want you to know how they really felt because they weren't ready, it feels like. But now they are. They hope you're going to forgive them because you're their Empress. Whoa, I knew it was going to come out. You're their wish fulfillment. And they're coming out of heartbreak about letting you go. This is also closing the separation. Wow. Right, let's get the thumbnail because I think that is just the message. Going forward. That's quite good, isn't it? I do want a wordy card though. I want a wordy card. That's a good thumbnail. Yeah, right. So that was the message for the Friday, and I might just, fucking hell, you know what, I'm in a roll. I'm just going to film Saturday, Sunday too. Okay, so it's Pisces moon, Friday, Saturday. I think it's just like that, yeah. Bit of Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Then it'll be Aries moon Sunday, Aries moon Monday. And if you're watching this, I will be popping up again on Monday for Mediumship Monday. We might find out, you know, where this Paul name's coming in a lot as well. Watch the other ones to find out, because I keep seeing the name Paul everywhere. But yeah, see you later.